What do young people do in Helsinki?
I think drink alcohol, take drugs, suicide.
Hey guys, it's Tim here. So for the video today, we're going to be looking at Finnish memes. Meme review. So obviously part of getting to know a new culture is getting to know the internet, humor, the online culture, the meme culture. So that's what we're checking out today. Obviously these memes are going to have to be in English for the moment because I can't understand the Finnish ones. But of course that's one of the beauties about learning a new language, is getting to know that whole side of the culture as well. So send me your memes that are in Finnish because maybe that's a good way to practice the language. Okay, so basically for today, we're just checking out r/Finland and just seeing what are some of the top submissions for this year. Embassy of Finland in Canberra. I actually saw this one in person when me and Anni went to the embassy to go get my residence permit for Finland. We saw this one plastered at the front. Vastaanotto. Always doing things differently, Finland. Nice. There are plenty of these kind of Finnish memes, but once you've seen one, you've seen them all, obviously. It's just like these ones are all the same language family, whereas Finland's quite different. Imagine not getting out presents until Christmas Day. This meme was made by Nordic Gang. Nordic Gang, where you all at, smash that like button. Let's go Finnish Gang. I thought this was a bit weird, like Christmas Eve is the main day when Christmas is celebrated. Like all the festivities, the parties, the lunches and the presents always happens on Christmas Eve, but I suppose you get everything a day early, you don't have to wait as long. Uh-oh, I'm going to be showing off how bad my Finnish skills are already. Minä näin hänestä. Minä rakastan hänestä. Minä rakastan häntä. So I don't even know why some of these are wrong. I've learned this one, right, when it's always like tykkään oppidään. Has to be like sta at the end. This is basically showing you why Finnish grammar is such a nightmare. At the moment you think you've got something right, no, start again. That's great. Some Chad vs Virgin memes about Finnish, comparing the Finno-Ugric language group with the Indo-European language group, suggesting that Finno-Ugric languages are more Chad or alpha male than the weaker Indo-European languages. See if you agree. Indo-European languages can't decide what writing system to use. Has to subjugate other people's to make their languages more spoken. Uses useless articles. Has very strict word order. Changing the position of even one word can change the meaning of an entire sentence. Yeah, fair enough. English spelling so messed up that you have to organize spelling bees for children. Oh, that's great.
Spell red.
Red? L-S-T-E-R.
Whereas Finno-Ugric languages, so this is like obviously Finnish, Estonian, I think, Hungarian, that's right here, can literally put their words wherever they please. The meaning of the sentence itself doesn't change. Been progressive for over a millennium, no gender specific pronouns. Nice. Chad Finnish doesn't even understand his language, speaks only in colloquialisms. This is like one of the biggest struggles with learning Finnish, is that even though I'm spending all this time learning the grammar, all this vocabulary, the Finnish that everyone speaks, it's like so different. Everything's shortened, so when you hear a conversation going on, where like someone tries to talk to you, it's just like, what did you just say? Truly the language of intellectuals. This is good. One letter has one sound. This is probably the best feature of these languages. But I feel like this whole meme is made obsolete because what text is it written in? English, because everyone can actually understand it, so it's unavoidable. English has come out on top. Oh yeah, I saw this one in one of PewDiePie's videos a little while ago, and I checked out the source. It's actually legit. So Finland plants 150 million trees every year. That's impressive. I was actually wondering about this because forestry is like one of the biggest industries here in Finland. So I was like, well, how do they replace all those? I guess they just plant new ones. This year's first snowman. Yeah, I think that's still the only kind of snowman that you could make even now in Turku. There's just hardly any snow. Don't really get that one, but buckets must be really popular in Finland too. Someone explained to me the context behind that. Happiest country on earth. You know the world is depressed when Finns are called happy. I suppose the happiness measurements is just kind of like quality of life and all this sort of stuff. I can imagine lots of Finns are happy, but you maybe just don't see it on their faces so often. Finland wins Ice Hockey World Championship. Water fountains, nervous splashing. This is like the todella thing where everyone goes, and I think it's this one specifically in Helsinki, everyone just comes in crowds around it, parties, jumps in the water. I'm surprised that thing hasn't fallen down. Actually, I think there was a meme up here before. Yeah, there you go. That's that same fountain. Oh, so good. How Finnish language works. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Basically, these are all just like swear words in Finnish. And then not nonni. It's like, man, there's not really any equivalent in English. It basically just depends on how you use it in a sentence, but it can mean everything. And silence, yep, makes up the biggest chunk. Finnish traffic jam. There's like no traffic in Finland, it's so good. Well, maybe there is in Helsinki, I don't know, but Turku's been pretty good. What do young people do in Helsinki?
What do young people do in Helsinki?
I think drink alcohol, take drugs, suicide.
Oh, that's so good. Well, it's not good, but I feel like that's a bit accurate.
What do young people do in Helsinki?
I think drink alcohol, take drugs, suicide.
It's just completely straight faced. Oh, that's so good. Nah, obviously it's not. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit of a fan of dark humor, but oh, sorry. That is like the massive stereotype that Finns are just drunk all the time. Massive alcoholics. There definitely is a little bit of a problem with that in Finland, but I don't know. There's just something about the way he delivered that. Yeah, this is the biggest stitch up, right? So this was, I guess, last year. Snow all over the country. And then now, yep, still looks like that. The snow's like nowhere to be seen. What? What is this? What on earth? What? What on earth? Well, I gotta say, that's some pretty impressive multitasking. Wow, I never would have guessed that. The things that happen in Finland. There's some really weird sports happen in Finland. I gotta show you some. Like this toy horse riding is like a sport. The wife carrying competitions. The Finns do some weird stuff. And this looks like a bit of a mix between like some Japanese culture and Finnish culture. There are a few of those weird things that Finland and Japan share together. Like I think the Moomin, it's like, I think it was animated by some Japanese studio. They're really into it, even though it's like, it was a Finnish creation, but they've just got some weird interests that they share together. Accurate Finnish expressions. Yes, this is accurate. It's funny, on my last video about like Finland versus Australia, everyone from Finland was complaining that they could never live in a place as hot as Australia. This is why, when it's 10 degrees outside, that's like the nice, perfect temperature everyone wants it to be at. Okay, so I gotta show you some of these weird Finnish sports. You won't believe some of them. What? Oh man. I found out about this because someone tagged me in it on Facebook asking if I had a new hobby. If you've ever seen one of these, or you do it, let me know in the comments. But hey, if you're having fun, why not?
The best thing about hobby horsing is, I think, the community.
Hobby horsing, that's what it's called.
Community, and also the limitless imagination you can use. Like there's only the sky is the limit, I think.
It was good.
So what is your message to these kind of people? What do you usually say?
Just be open-minded. It's a sport, like any other sport, like
I don't know if you can say that.
swimming, rollerblading, football.
Takes a bit more creativity, I suppose. It's like proper equestrian. Nice. Oh, they have races too. Cool. But no, that's cool. I mean, there's plenty of worse hobbies to be involved in. Here's the wife carrying competition. 7 different countries. It's a real thing. Dang. I wonder, does it have to be your actual wife, or can you just grab the smallest person out there? Oh no, that's brutal. I wonder who it's worse for, the man or the woman. I feel like I wouldn't want to be hanging upside down like that. You'd get a headache pretty quick. This is so good. That's impressive. And I heard apparently you win your wife's weight in beer, so maybe there's some advantages not to taking the smallest women you can find. I wonder if this is like open to enter. I'd have to try this one, yeah. I don't know if I could convince Annie though. Oh, nice. Well, I think that'll do us for this week. Make sure you leave a like on the video, that really helps me out a lot, and also subscribe if you haven't yet. Don't forget to send me your best Finnish memes down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.